Each of us, good friends. Hello, my name is Derek. I'm talking about people. Each of us friends is possessed of a turgidity of the soul. A great turgidity causes problems galore. What does turgid mean, you might ask? Google it. Go ahead, Google it. It means bloated, bombastic. I don't know what's up with me. Same thing's up with Rachel. Neither of us can sleep for shit. Rachel tonight took an extra Klonopin. Why? Because she just was out here a minute ago, unable to get sleep, despite having taken her meds and everything. So, that makes her a little fretful. One can only imagine Winston's mom that's because nobody else is live streaming right now. I have a little bit of weed in this container, but I'm missing a container of weed. It's got to be in the tackle box, but I didn't see it when I went and looked in the tackle box earlier. Hi, Lantern-esque. So many yawns for little Eric. So big a yawns. Hi, philosophical thinker. Hi, horse mumbler. I don't know what happened last night, but by the time you called me back, I was actually asleep, almost. So, that's actually not true. When you called me back, I was having my masculine needs attended to. And after that, I went to sleep. Eric and his masculine needs. Yeah, we can talk this morning sometime later. After this stream, I'll probably go to bed. I did sleep about 4 or 5 hours last night, no problem, but I'm in my no amphetamine state, which is haphazard, to say the least. I'm not going to get any amphetamines again not going to get any this month, I don't think. I need to get some lab work done that I haven't gotten around to. This is one of the things I've noticed is the difference between me and Rachel. I yawn a lot. I yawn, I stretch, I do all that kind of stuff. I'm glad to hear it, Horse Mumbler. Channeled your inner ESFP. That's important in life. Every once in a while, everyone in your life has to channel their inner ESFP. And believe it! Yeah, she did. She tried that too. Works for me too. With his mom. Oh yeah, I've tried it. Yeah, Tylenol PM works well for me. So does Benadryl. As long as I don't try to use them every night. And the thing is, Tylenol PM can't beat amphetamines, but It can beat regular sleeplessness. First bong rip of the day. I might call this morning prayer time for Eric. I mean, here's what helps me sleep more than anything else. I don't know if this applies to Rachel or not. I'm not sure, but what helps me sleep more than anything else is not trying to sleep when I'm not tired. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. I was thinking the first 16 songs on my greatest hits playlist would make a great album. I just need to make it an official album so I can get on like Spotify and stuff. Guacamole, cheese dipped tortillas, red peppers and ranch dressing, radishes, salt, and an orange and M&Ms. That's like a real plowman's lunch you got there, Winston's mom. I was going to go fishing this morning, but I realized I don't have any bait. I want to get some chicken livers. That's what this guy at the lake was using yesterday, but there's no place to get anything. I came back here after I went to 7-Eleven. They have no coffee. I'm just like, okay, fuck this noise. I was on my way out there, and I figured I just use crickets or whatever. But then when I went to 7-Eleven, they had no coffee, and I didn't. I have crickets, but that's all I have. I got no worms. I remember yesterday's striking out at the lake in the morning. So I just like, okay, wait till you get the right equipment here. Make sure you get the right bait. Rachel and I might dig some worms today at some point. And here's the thing. I'm convinced that one of the reasons why I'm not successful when I'm not successful at fishing is because the worms I'm digging up aren't big juicers enough, you know? They're like little spindly worms. So you got to put like 3 of them onto the hook. Now, the fish they're smart, you know, they see the hook and they go, I'm not going to eat that. So if I had some bigger worms, I'd be a happier person. But you can't buy worms, of course. You can't buy worms. Today is lining up so far to make me fussy. Because when Rachel came out here, having not been able to sleep, she was also in a bad state mentally, like very fretful and stuff. And that was bothering me, made me upset, you know. Well, the fish down at Leg Lake, they are pretty smart fish, pretty picky too. You got to be You gotta really give them something juicy, or else they're not gonna be into it. Because Rachel is concerned that her sleeping problems are somehow implicit to here and this place and me and Los Angeles, and it's just like, well, it's not a sort of perspective that I can do anything about. I can't solve it. It's just an intractable problem. Triggered by noise. There's no noise overstimulating her. It's very quiet around here. I mean, it's true that she never tries to go to sleep in silence, which I might be inclined to do. I mean, I can't give her any extra quiet. It can't get any quieter. She has the master bedroom to herself. I was out here after I went to sleep. Then I woke up to go pee. I came out here, and I was out here till like 3:30 in the morning. And then she showed up, upset because she couldn't sleep inside. It's certainly not noise. It's as silent as it gets, you know. I don't know. She typically listens to astrology videos as she's going to sleep. Sometimes she listens to me in my life dreams. Probably. Probably. Well, it's going to be hot today, though. It's going to get almost to 90 degrees. That's another reason why I wanted to go early. But I'm just so tired of this COVID shit. One of my dad's friends sent him the equivalent of a vine. When I had some parent asking their kid, how many days have we been inside now? And the kid said, the little girl, maybe like 3 years old, too fucking many. My dad couldn't hear it. Exactly what the little girl was saying because he's got bad hearing, so I had to explain it to him. Yeah, that's right. Like the Spanish. Yeah, that's my childhood home. That's the address I learned when I was a little kid. When it's time to smoke a bong rip in the morning, then it's time to smoke a bong rip all the time. And I time to smoke a bong rip in the morning, and there's times I put bong rip in the mind. Yeah. I think it's yeast. That's what I think Winston's mom surprise is for me. I think she got me yeast for my birthday. I need yeast. Terminal cancer and COVID, huh? It would seem like the COVID part is totally unnecessary. Doesn't it? Do I have recurring dreams? No, I don't. I have occurring dreams. I have I mean, the thing is, I I go to bed every night pretty much with one of a couple of like pretend stories that I tell in my head, I guess is the best way to put it. And so when I think about going to sleep, I think about these places in my head that I visit when I'm lying in bed trying to go to sleep. Basically, every night when I try to go to sleep, I play pretend, and so there's storylines in my pretend stories that I tell to myself when I go to sleep. Like I have magic powers and stuff. I've done the same thing since I was a kid. I never grew up about that. So I don't know. That's how I go to sleep every night. Is by imagining my little stories that I have going on. They're new stories. They're not the same stories I told when I was a little kid. But no, I didn't read anything to teddy bears. I didn't have really any like I didn't have a lot of attachments like that. I didn't have a special toy that I was specially attached to that I can recall. Most of my play that I remember was all in my imagination. And when I was playing by myself, I often would play with like a stick or something. But it was not a stick in my mind. It was something else. And when I'm talking about stories, these are stories I tell in my own head that they're not anywhere on any paper or anything. They're just imaginations. I guess. I don't know. It's like I was always embarrassed to talk about it. And so I never really discussed how I was with anybody. I always just kind of hid it, when I was a kid. Nowadays, I think, boy, I sure was internalizing a lot of bullshit. Like I remember there was a time when I wanted for Christmas one year an easy bake oven because it just looks so cool, You cook your own shit in there. And then my parents got it for me. I never even took it out of the box because a friend of mine saw it in my house, and I had to pretend that it was not for me. It was for some other person I knew that was a girl, because I couldn't. The FE was so obvious at that point. Like, oh shit, this is not gonna fly. I never got to play with mine because I was too concerned with other people's perceptions of me. Sup, legends. Uh, Not much. Mythology. Turgidness. That's what's up today. The turgidness of the soul. CJ O'Connell, are you feeling as though your soul's a little bit turgid today? You are, huh? That's what I thought. You know, we each have some turgidity to the soul. I'd like to think that that soul turgidity is what makes it so Rachel can't sleep. That soul turgidity that makes it so, I have my issues too. Um, I was always very concerned about what other people thought about me. That's your FE third. Turgid. Look it up. All right, look it up, losers. Look it up, Intuitards. I am so tired of you Intuitards in your Intuitard ways. It's ridiculous. God, what is wrong with you? There's something totally wrong with these people. Turgid, it means bloated. It's just a cool sounding word. Oh, I'm sorry I was cutting out. That was the turgidity of my soul getting in the way again. CJ O'Connell. This bond right here, CJ O'Connell, will reduce overall turgidity by up to 12%. That was really turgid of me. You're right. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry for getting so turgid with you, CJ. Always say when looking for a relationship partner, test turgidity first. You want a turgidity range between 5 and 8. Too low or too high a turgidity, then you're going to have problems. It might actually be your connection, CJ. It might. You do seem poorly connected. You seem as poorly connected as... What rhymes with poorly connected? Morley from Schenectady. You seem as poorly connected as Morley from Schenectady. $30 cc's of horse tranquilizer. So that's like what Rachel needs. Rachel needs about 30 cc's of horse tranquilizer. That might make her go to sleep. It's conceivable. You don't really want to mess with moi. Only piggy that I trust is moi. Yo, dog, shit was getting mad turgid up in there. I was all dag though. I can't tell if this shit's dank or turgid. I just can't tell. That's the problem that young people often have today is a challenge distinguishing between the dank from the turgid. You know, nah, dog, that shit ain't dank. That shit's turgid. Holmes, come on. Young people are always using the word turgid these days. Look, as a digital native, I'm a lot more aware than older people are of the risk of turgidity. I've got to find my other bottle of weed though because I am all out right now. I am all out. I will sort out this dilemma. My loins are not nefarious. It is important that you do some slathering. I want you to slather my undercarriage. I want you to jostle my waddle coot. Once you've jostled all my waddle coots, then it'll be time to slather my undercarriage and finally make it a little bit more turgid. Yeah, it really is CJ O'Connell, isn't it? How's a digital native? Okay, I gotta go look in the car again for this weed. It is MIA, and that's not okay. So if you guys can please chat among yourselves briefly, I should return with weed promptly. If there's weed in here, did Rachel finish this one? Yeah, she catch that. All right, I'll go look in the car. I'll be right back. Okay, well, it's not in the car, but I had thought about where I bet it is. I bet it's in Rachel's purse. And I am correct. I was right. I knew where it was. It was there the whole time. In my imagination. Oh, ketamine. Yeah, I did ketamine before. Ketamine's not a good horse tranquilizer. As horse tranquilizers go. You will make many changes before settling satisfactorily. That sure would, wouldn't it, CJ? Wouldn't that save a lot of time and energy as well? Instead, you gotta really get in there. You know, you gotta dig in there and just. It's the only thing you can do. Okay, so, well, there was no weed in the car, and normally that would be a huge disappointment. I am gassy. I might have to go poo pretty soon. It turned out not to be a big disappointment. The reason? Because while I was in the car looking for weed that wasn't there, I remembered where it was, or it occurred to me where it probably was. And I went and I looked in that location, and sure enough, once again, I was right. And my previous self was wrong. My previous self who had disagreed with me was wrong. I really like your fortune cookie, philosophical thinker. It seems so responsible of fortune telling. It's like, not gonna lie to you. Filthy, yeah. Why don't you pull through? Why don't you pull? Why do you stick right there at the last second? It's okay. Fortunately, I've got my patented handy dandy Horse Mumbler brand poking machine. I'm not surprised to hear that, CJ O'Connell. You know, I am a Fiona Apple fan, not of all of her shit, but of some of it. Did you go in the K-hole, Horse Mumbler? I've been in the K-hole. That ain't no fun, dog. That ain't no fun. It's totally dissociative. I don't do anything with the resin except throw it away. Hunger hurts, and I want him so bad I could kill. I remember when one of her albums came out back in the 90s or whenever it came out, that one with that stuff on it. Too much to love. And it's fucking good stuff. It's really good. When it came out, I was like, wow, what the fuck is this? This is so much better than everything else. You know, I used to do that too. I mean, it's so not worth it. It's the problem. Like, I'm never really that dry, am I? I hope she's constrained her NE a little bit more at this point. It's like, yeah, that was Rachel's doing. She initiating the TWFP poker. Now he wouldn't object. Well, that was all me. But I don't have any seeds at the moment. I've thought many times about going and getting seedlings. You can buy seedlings around here. You don't have to just grow from seeds. But I just haven't done it yet. That's all. If you're growing outdoors, and there's no hurry because it's not going to come to fruition until October anyway. It doesn't really matter if you plant it now or next month. You know, same difference. Yeah, I've grown weed lots of times. I grew a lot of weed in my Temple City house. One year I had a massive plant. Got a lot of weed off of that thing. Got about a pound. That was good. That was good. Yeah. Of course, unfortunately the cops stole a few ounces of that from me in Oklahoma. Gave a few ounces away. Smoked quite a bit of it. You know, it lasted a while. Yeah. Yeah, they took it away from me. I mean, I grew back in Santa Cruz too. I grew lots of times at my house in Temple City, usually in pots. So I would get like, a smallish amount. There's only one time I grew in the ground in Temple City, in the planter out front. That was the time I got a pound. And you can see me trimming. There's videos of me like trimming that shit and stuff. Uh, Trimming the buds. When I grew in Santa Cruz, I made quite a bit of money off of it, actually. Well, I mean, at the time for me, I had a lot of weed. I sold a lot of weed. I had different strains too, which was like at the time, it was very unusual for you to go to a pot dealer, even in Santa Cruz, and have them go, "Okay, I got this, or this. What do you want?" I grew like 4 or 5 different strains in a room with lights in Santa Cruz. I had a couple of very bright lights and I had like 11 plants, four, 4 or 5 different strains. The best was the Northern Lights. The Northern Lights was spectacular. It came out just like blow your mind, awesome. That's the only time I've ever made money off growing weed. Every other time I've grown weed, I smoked it all. Like a sensible human being. If I had been a sensible human being then, I would have just kept all the weed and smoked it. The thing about ketamine is it is a dissociative drug, so like PCP or something. When you're really high on it, you don't feel like you're there. It's like, where did I go? It's not a comfortable feeling as far as I'm concerned. I didn't like it at all. Kind of panicky, but you're not even there to panic. It's weird. Oh, I'm sure some of the cops do that. But I don't think they did that in this instance because I saw the guy put the thing in the main office, just had a lockbox full of weed, basically. And I got in trouble. I got in trouble with the policemen. Uh-oh. That makes me a bad person. No, it doesn't. Just makes me a stoner outside of California. I'll tell you something. That's one thing you can say for Cali for sure is nobody even blinks an eye about it around here. Rachel and I are constantly smoking weed very brazenly wherever we go, and nobody even blinks, So that's one certainly good aspect of being in California. It feels good to urinate. Ever since I started urinating in this urine bucket, I found life's a lot better thanks to urine bucket. Yes, urine bucket. It's the perfect bucket for urine. Thing is like made to be a urine bucket. Urine bucket's the good name for a bar. Going down to urine bucket. See my urine bucket? Quaaludes. Boy, there's an olden days drug. Urine bucket. Juvie. Better watch out, you're going to end up at juvie. You don't want to end up at juvie. those are things I remember from my childhood. The indication that in the worst case scenario, one ends up at juvie, also known as juvenile hall. Chamber pots are a cornerstone of civilization. I like to call it a urine bucket. Horse bumbler. Were the queen bee? Odd question. Hard to answer. It's easier to get meth than weed. That's surprising. Yeah, the sheriff's department came to talk to me when Johnny, my neighbor, got a job at the sheriff's department. And, I said I thought he would be a good cop because he was slow to anger. That was interesting, talking to the neighbor cop. Talking to the investigator cop. I don't know why I said neighbor cop. That's this thing. I was thinking about maybe squirting some meow on it or something. I don't know. Maybe it needs to have some meow squirted. That's true. It's an expression my parents used. My mom used, I guess. Did women piss in a pot too? Or is it just a man thing? See, I don't piss in my pissing pot while lying in bed. I always stand up to piss in the pissing pot. My stepbrother was my best friend for a while that marriage lasted, and he looked like Donovan. It's squagging a lot. I'll try to stop it from squagging so much, okay? Look, that's what happens when a thing's turgidity goes too high. It begins to squag. Right? You just have to accept that that's part of life, Lantern-esque. When a thing's turgidity goes too high, it begins to squag. That's why I apply Burden's anti-squagging lotion. Donovan does have some good stuff. Didn't he sing that one? But then da but da but da but da so happy together. That was the Turtles? Really? What I just sang was by the Turtles? It might be a urine urn. I'm not sure if an urn's a subset of a bucket or if a bucket's a subset of urn. So what is a Donovan song? Right. I'm just mad about Saffron. She's just mad about me. Boom, boom, boom. Mad about him. But they call me Mellow Yellow. They call me Mellow Yellow. That one's not as good as the one I was singing before. So Happy Together is a better song, I think. I can't see you with nobody but me. That's got a good melody to it, you know. Meow 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 meow. That's a good song. I like it. Hurdy-gurdy, man. Hurdy-gurdy, man. I gotta check this one out. I do love a hurdy-gurdy. Boy, there's nothing quite as satisfying as a band that features a good hurdy-gurdy. Hurdy-gurdy, 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 gurdy, he sang. Hurdy-gurdy, 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 gurdy, he sang. Thrown like a star in my vast sleep, I opened my eyes to take a peek, to find that I was by the sea, gazing with tranquillity. Toe. 'Twas then when the hurdy-gurdy man came singing songs of love. Then when the hurdy-gurdy man came singing songs of love. Hurdy-gurdy, 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 gurdy, he sang. Hurdy-gurdy, 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 gurdy, he sang. Hurdy-gurdy, 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 gurdy, he sang. Histories of ages past, unenlightened shadows cast down through all eternity, the crying of humanity. 'Tis then when the hurdy-gurdy man comes singing songs of love. Then when the hurdy-gurdy man comes singing songs of love. That sounds like an interesting song. I'll have to listen to it. I'll probably like Hurdy-Gurdy Man. Okay. So anyway, I actually think I really think like this thing I have here, it's here. It could just so perfectly be designed to be a urine or a bucket. As you can see, it's just like boom, right? It's got these two handles, easy to hold. It's not too big, but it's nice and deep, so no splatter. It's perfect for a urine urn. A urine. This is my piss bucket. Well, you want to hear another song like that, C.J. O'Connell, that sounds like it's somebody else, but it's not that somebody else, essentially? I'll tell you. Okay, so you know the song by Tom Jones that goes, It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. It's not unusual to be meowed by anyone. Okay, you know that song? The Tom Jones song? Okay, well, you would think this other song is by Tom Jones, as I did for a long time. This other song goes, you make me so very happy. I'm so glad you came into my life. You know that song? You would think those are both by the same person. They're not. The first Tom Jones song is Tom Jones' song. That second song is not by Tom Jones. I thought it was by Tom Jones for a long time. It's actually by, I think, Earth, Wind, and Fire, not just Earth and Wind. I like that It's Not Unusual song. Yeah, you're sort of right about that song, Horse Mumbler, but it's quite a good piece of songwriting. You know, despite that, I feel you. It is. It's kind of like "Stand" by REM, right? Stand in the place where you live, now face going bad direction, wonder why you have it now. Stand in the it, you know, it is very very sugary, and so that can be a little tiresome after a while, you know. Same way that I can't see everybody around about you for all my life. Meow, 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 meow. Reminding me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you love and hold her tight. So happy together. I can't see nobody's in something but you. If I should call you up, invest the dime, and you should see me bathing me and ease my mind. Imagine how the world could be so very fine, so happy together. I can't see nobody. There's something with you for all my life. I mean, it's hard not to sing, you know. You know, it's another song that's kind of like that. It's kind of has the same quality to it. The song. This is the song that never ends. It just goes on and on, my friends. Some people started it not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because this is the song that never ends. It just goes on and on, my friends. Some people started singing it not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because this is the song that never ends. You know that song? I love that song. That's a great song. Yes, Lamb Chop would sing that. Correct. There's just one problem with that song. Can you guess what it is? Can you guess what the problem with that song is? It never ends. That's the problem with it. This is the song that never ends. It just goes on and on, my friends. People started singing it, not knowing what it was, and I continue singing it forever just because. That's the thing that makes a song so great is that line right there. Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, of course, They'll continue singing it forever. Just because this is a song that never ends. Oh. Of course, if they had known what it was, they never would have started singing it. Or, who would choose to get stuck in an infinite loop like that? I appreciate the fact that the lyrics clarify, not knowing what it was. It's a run on and on sentence, I should ask. Yes, I've heard that song. I have. I have heard that song and many other songs in my day. Genre classic rock. It's not classic rock. Who? What? Why? Some say that we're reckless. They say we're much too young. Tell us to stop before we've begun. We've got to hold out till graduation. Try to hang on, Maxine, while the world is sleeping. We'll meet at Lincoln Mall. Talk about life, the meaning of it all. Try to make sense of the suburban sprawl. Try to hang on, Maxine. Mexico City is like another world. Nice this year, they say. You'll be my senorita in jeans and pearls. But first, let's get off this highway. Off this highway. We'll move up to Manhattan and fill the place with friends. Drive to the coast and drive right back again. One day we'll wake up, make love until then. Try to hang on, Maxine. Such an amazing song. Oh, that song is just amazing. Have I used the adjective amazing for it yet? Beautiful, gorgeous song. Maxine by Donald Fagen. That was the song that I'd listen to. Rachel and I would probably both listen to. She in New York and me in here when we were separated for months. Because naturally, that's what that song's about. And it's very, it's the right mood. It's jazzy. It's good to dance to, too. Rachel and I were dancing to it the other day. Like slow dancing, kind of like old fashioned dancing. Let's see, what do we want to sing next? So good, Donald Fagen. You're so good. Mm. Here's another song from that same album. I'm Lester the Nightfly. Hello, Baton Rouge. What? Oh, wait, no. I don't want to sing this song. This is going to be difficult to sing a cappella. Let's see. What do I want to sing instead if I'm singing songs? I want to sing a song I sang yesterday not by Emerson, Lake and Palmer, by Benjamin Britten. And did those feet in ancient time walk upon England's mountains green? And was the holy Lamb of God on England's pleasant pasture seen? And did the countenance divine shine forth upon our clouded hills? And was Jerusalem builded here among these dark satanic mills? Bring me my bow of burning gold. Bring me my arrows of desire. Bring me my spear, O clouds unfold. Bring me my chariot of fire. I will not cease from mental fight, nor shall my sword sleep in my hand, till we have built Jerusalem in England's green and pleasant land. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was Jerusalem by Benjamin Britten, not Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Obviously. No doy. Hmm. Let's see. Oh, it was written by Hubert Perry. I thought it was by Benjamin Britten. Who wrote Jerusalem? Yes, Sir Hubert Perry. Written to it. The poem is by William Blake. Huh. Hubert Perry. It's a good song. It's really well written. Hmm. Horrible. Well, he didn't seem to write this song. He just included it in one of his things, I think. He did a lot of work, actually, Benjamin Britten did. He died in 1976. He was only 63 years old when he died. Mhm. That's interesting. I was wrong about who wrote Jerusalem. It was Hubert Perry. Hubert Perry. Interesting. You don't like your personality type? All right. I hereby bestow you ISFP. There you go. Now you're ISFP. It's just that easy. That's right. Thanks to Host Eric's magical wave, it's just that easy. Okay, but the real question is, did the patient read William Blake? Am I right or am I right or am I right? I'm right. What movie am I quoting when I say, am I right or am I right or am I right? Or am I right? Who knows what movie I'm quoting? Do you know what movie I'm quoting? That's the question I have for you. I'm questioning you inside of your zoo. I'm questioning in your earlobe too. Go ahead and answer my question. What do you think when I ask you a question? Do you think I think that I could not answer? You couldn't hear me? Can you hear me now? Maybe try to use your ears. Yeah. Am I right or am I right or am I right? What movie am I quoting? I'm going to urine now. I'm going to urine in my urine. A urine, I mean. Not a urine. I do yearn for a urine. It's true. Okay, hey, listen, Mass, don't forget to yearn for a urine today, okay? I mean, yearn for a urine urn at work, please. You can listen to my urine while you're. Oh, yeah. You know what's interesting about Tiger Burning Bright, Winston's mom, is that it's in trochaic. It's the kind of example poem that's used. If you want to exemplify trochaic instead of iambic. Iambic begins with an unaccented syllable. For example, I'd like to eat 1,000 pounds of cheese. But trochaic begins with an accented syllable, such as tiger, burning bright. See the difference? Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah, you feel that difference. It's streaming from your genital. Don't forget to let the urine stream from your genital today, Lantern-esque. That's your goal. Otherwise, your bladder will hurt. Bye. Me and my genital. We're a couple of friends, let me tell you. I'm yearning for this urine. Just burn my girl's advances. I'm yearning for this urine urn. Just burn my girl's advances. There's some good lyrics for a country song. I'm yearning for this urine urn. Just burn my girl's advances. What, urine urn or turgid? Is it too turgid for you? I think so. You're probably experiencing a little bit of soul turgidity right now. Yeah. Practice making your soul more or less turgid as per the winds of the mood. You want to increase and decrease your soul turgidity responsibly, not just willy nilly, okay? I'm tired of the willy nilliness of your soul turgidity. Janite. Janite. Oh. Janite is a female janitor. Can you please ask the janite to empty these trash cans with the correct usage? Genital. No, Genital is the name that Amy Schumer accidentally named her kid before she realized it sounded like genital. So she didn't want to name her kid Jean Natal Schumer or whatever her last name is. Now that she's married, I don't know, whatever the kid's last name is. She decided not to name the kid Jean Natal and changed it to Jean David. But originally it was Jean Natal until she realized that it sounded like genital. Yeah. And it wasn't a joke either. She actually named the kid that and had a reason for it. Attell is named after a friend of hers. His last name is Attell. And I agree, Attell is a good middle name. I don't agree that Jean's a good first name, but regardless, Attell is not a good middle name to follow Jean. So from now on, I talk about my junk. I refer to it sometimes as my Jean Attell, you know. There you go. That is a lot better. It's a lot better. 99.99% the ISFP, except, your name's a little harder to say. That's okay. I'm just going to call you 99er. So, anywho, right. Getting pretty right. Hopefully Rachel's asleep. That'd be good. Um, she probably is asleep, I would guess. I could go probably to sleep right now too. I could use a nap. I think I'm gonna bail, y'all. Thanks for being here. I gotta go to sleep. Hopefully Rachel's asleep too.